Hello everyone and welcome to the first Grand Prix of the new WRA Championship. Today we'll be in Australia, and it should be interesting to see how everyone's first race of the new season goes. So we don't have a full grid today. We have 18 drivers, but still quite a lot of drivers for the first race. It'll be interesting to see how everyone goes in their first race. Of course, we obviously do have some information to go off after pre-season testing. However, pre-season testing can't always be reliable, as some people may have been holding back. So just see a few people out on their outlaps. Both Haas is now out on an outlap. Melvin going out on a medium to do on the mediums to his first lap. John Ag out on a outlap. So we'll see everyone will start their first laps of the new season in qualifying shortly. I believe the Haas of Marcus will be the first one to make it round and really set the pace for everyone. So yeah, you can just see how this one goes really. Does have that racing point pretty close behind him. I think is that Manuel, or is that no? It's Aaron AMC F1. So yeah, Marcus will be starting his first lap of the new season right now. Pretty decent line on entry, so he wants to make sure gets a good exit. And now on the run into the first quick chicane. Pretty good line through there. Definitely pretty quick as they'll now go down the next straight into the sort of hairpin. Have to brake pretty hard. I don't know if he plays with ABS on or off, but he didn't lock up, so didn't lock up there anyway. So yeah, decent first few corners from Marcus Thule as he'll continue on into the next chicane, similar to the first one. Similar pace, and he's of course gone purple as he is the first man out doing a quali lap. And there is yellow flag in sector 3, although I do think that is just someone slowing down. So we'll be pushing hard now to really try and just have a good banker lap and sort of prove himself in the first run and through the final chicane. Is it the final chicane? I don't know. Not the final chicane, sorry, I messed that up. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't get any traffic on the end of his lap here, as Brady Pollock just moving out the way from there as he comes through to the penultimate corner of his lap. What will it be from Marcus Toole here as he comes around the final corner, and he'll come across the line for a 1:19.6, which is a very decent lap around here, so I think Marcus will be pretty happy with that one. I'm not sure who's... Aaron McFall beats it there. So there's been a retirement with Manuel. I don't know where he's gone off. I think Aaron was just about to go past. Yeah, so he's just... I think he might have got a bit too greedy on the throttle there when he was going past and went off track there. Who'll be the next person to cross the line? Will it be Melvin? Oh, Melvin has invalidated his lap. HMW Shender on a decent lap, although he did have a bit of oversteer there and could have went round. But I think I saw that right correctly, and he went purple in the middle sector. So let's just ride on board and just see how this lap is. Just gotta hope he doesn't catch any traffic towards the end. And King Enzo has now retired, so there's 2 retirements so far. Lewis has gone P2 with a 1:19.6, barely beating out Marcus Toole, and just behind Aaron. But now HMW Shender might get a little bit of slipstream and goes fastest with a 1:19.3, absolutely smashing Aaron's time there. A very decent lap from him. Now, I said Leroy. I think he's on a lap, or he might be. No, he's definitely on a lap. Yeah, is he on a lap? Might be an in lap. I don't know. So I'll have to wait and see. As Brady Pollock goes P6, slowest of all, with a 120.2. Very, very, very close to John Agg, so it's good to see everyone is pretty close at the moment, just 8 temps separating the top 6 at the moment. With that from P4 to P2, those are very close there. Danny on an outlap at the moment. And the Norwegian boy 9 did just invalidate his lap, so he's going to have to go to the pits and try again. Toss My Salad, I think he's on a lap. Yeah, Toss My Salad is on a lap. As a bit of a glitch with the gameplay, got a bit annoying that he has the engine glitch. Will the Norwegian boy just get out of the way for him here, or will he might even get a bit of slipstream, bit of dirty air in the final corner, but he does get a bit of slipstream. And will that help him improve his lap time? Not really, as he's 2 seconds off the pace, and it goes in P7. Norwegian boy, I think, was he on an outlap when he did? He might have been on an outlap when he invalidated his lap, but he will have another go here. Emerald Oscar on a lap, I think. Seems like it, but if he was, he invalidated it, so I'm sure he will return to the pit lane at the end of this lap. Norwegian boy, oh, just hits the barrier there, breaks his end plate. And as you can see there, just off board, did break his front right end plate, and I'm sure he'll be pretty frustrated with that, as he hits the barrier again there. It doesn't really matter, but I'm sure he'll be pretty frustrated with that, as he did go purple in the middle sector from what I saw, so he will have to return to the pits and avoid hitting any other wall. I think he just needs to take it easy as he returns to the pits, just to make sure he doesn't hit any other barrier and DNF, because that would be very frustrating. Toss My Salad on retrying his lap, or is he? I think he might be on an in lap, I don't know. Danny goes P8, 3 temps behind Toss My Salad. So we've still seen Melvin yet to set a lap, PMP Mac yet to set a lap, although I do think he is coming out now, unless that is TRT forced, so it's either... No, that is TRT forced coming out, I think. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, it's TRT forced, as PMP Mac wasn't in the session. Yeah, very handy lap from HMW Shender. Just to go provisional pole. 2 temps above everyone else, and TRT Force now going out for his first outlap. So top 3 as it stands is HMW Shender, AMC F33 and Lewis 05. So you know, pretty close at the top. Sure, we'll get even closer as we continue on in this session. Mel went out for another outlap. This time he is on the softs rather than the mediums. I guess we'll have to wait and see how everyone else does. Vice Sheng YT on a lap, and he goes purple. I just caught the end of that, but he goes purple in all. I don't know if it was all sectors, but fastest lap from him, a tenth ahead of HMW Shender. And I was just actually about to bring up that I think he was actually fastest overall in pre-season testing. So I guess we can say guess you're not really surprised that he has gone fastest in the first qualifying session, as I think Melvin is about to begin his lap, and TSC Forced is also about to begin his lap. He'll have to back off a little bit to avoid Melvin, as he just starts his first flying lap of the session. Well, no, second flying lap. I think he invalidated the first one. Run into turn 1, pretty good line through the chicane. Activates DRS quite quickly there. Wonder how close TRT Forced is behind him. Yeah, good enough to the point, unless Melvin makes a mistake, that he won't get any dirty air throughout his lap. July 979 also on a lap just behind them. He has the Norwegian boy who's invalidated just behind him. So Melvin looking pretty strong through the first sector from what I've seen. Well, that's the second sector, or first and second sector. A little lock up on the front right, not really avoidable for there, and ooh, little snap of oversteer, barely avoids the barrier, just skims it there. And I wonder if that will affect his lap time. Oh, he's gone round. Can he keep it out the barrier? Locks up both tyres to avoid it, and just tags the barrier. No DNF. I'm not sure if he had wing damage from that, but I'm sure it will be very frustrating for him, as TRT Force now on his first flying lap of the session, coming through up to the penultimate corner. Good line through there, no lockups at all. I'm not sure if he does play with ABS off, but as he activates DRS very quickly, a good exit, and will come across the line to go P2. Wow, that is very close, 22 hundredths between P1 and P2, so it's very close to the top. July goes P9 there, I think that was him, yeah, going P9 with a decent lap time. I think AMCF 333. Wow, very close. The top three all being separated by under a tenth, as HMW Shender has retired. Let's see if we can see what's happened to him there. He seems to have lost it through the quick chicane and just gone off into the barrier, so that'll be the end of his qualifying session, in one that I was definitely looking forward to seeing the battle to the end. Oh, I was just looking down there, but Norwegian boy hits the barrier, just wing damage, so nothing to be too worried about. But COT4 is now on an in-lap, I believe, but look how close that is at the top. Top three all being separated by just over half a tenth. Not even a full tenth. So yeah, it's going to be very competitive when everyone does their final runs later on in the session. Brady Pollock, I think, finishing his lap. Where will that put him? He improves to P7 and is only 7 tenths behind the leader. So maybe he can improve and try and get marks for if he has a absolutely brilliant lap at the end of the session, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. July now returning to the pit lane, and I think most people will be returning to the pit lane and getting prepared for their final few runs sooner rather than later. But Toss My Salad now on a flying lap, I think. Seems like it. Welshman looking to try and improve on his P10, although with that little oversteer moment there, I'm not sure if he will. Comes into the penultimate corner. Quite a decent line through there. Can he just get the final corner absolutely perfect? Coming down the main straight now. What will this be from Toss My Salad? Looking to move up from P10. Only goes P9, but I think he improved a lot there. Yeah, by 1 second in the end. So I'm sure we'll be happy with that. And with that little oversteer, he's definitely got more time to find. So maybe he could try and push and try and get John Agg or Brady Pollock later on in the session. But just under 6 minutes remain. We'll see a few people start to come out the pit lane, or still a few people that yet to set a time. P&P Mac hasn't set a time. Melvin yet to set a time. I think he's invalidated all of his attempts or crashed. IZ Leroy yet to set a time. The Norwegian boy yet to set a time. Manau and the King Enzo have retired, and Emerald Oscar and F1 Fado also yet to set a time. So you know, they could definitely shake up the order. I'm not sure if P&P Mac is in the session. I think he is, but he has been lagging. He did lag out earlier. I'm not sure if he's still lagged out. Hopefully he can go out and do a lap and try and push himself up towards the top 6, as he's definitely a pretty quick driver for P&P Mac. But Melvin now will begin his flying lap and attempt to finally not invalidate one or crash on one. As long as Melvin gets this lap in, he will definitely be a challenger. Maybe not for pole, or maybe near pole, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. As he pretty good line through the first chicane there, coming up to the end of the straight, little lock up on the front right. Decent line through all there. I think he's just he definitely needs a lap. He wouldn't want to be starting down in P14 or even lower, but comes through to the second chicane of the lap, and through the it's not really a corner at this point, that little right hander. It's pretty easy just to turn and relax through there, but as goes through there, coming up to the very quick chicane, as we see the fast left and the fast right. Purple in the middle sector. I'm not sure if that is a glitch or if he has genuinely just gone fastest of all in the middle sector. But coming up to the final sector, looking to try and break into that top 6, definitely will be Melvin. Coming up to the penultimate corner here, decent line through there, no lock up on the front left, and through the final corner, bit sluggish on the exit. But where will this put Melvin? I'm not sure if he's going to be able to break the top 6. No, I think Melvin will be very disappointed with that lap. Although he does now have a bank if he is going to do one more run in this session. Although, will he have enough time to get round and go out and do another one, but only P9 for Melvin on his only lap of the session so far, so I'm sure he will be pretty disappointed with that, as he definitely can achieve better, as we saw in pre-season testing, when I think he was 4th fastest overall over the entirety of pre-season testing, with his fast time being pretty much a 1:15 dead. So I'm sure Melvin will be sort of disappointed with that lap, and would have expected better of himself. But TRT Force now coming out of the pit lane to set what will be his. I didn't even see this, but Lewis, wow, a 1:19.1 from Lewis. I'm apologies to him for missing that, as I was looking at the pre-season testing times. But that now means the top 4 is only separated by 1/10. But wow, what a lap from the Scotsman there. A 1:19.1. But can he be beaten by Vice Sheng YT, TRT Forced, or AMC F1? AMC F, sorry, 33. I think definitely one of these 4 are going to get pole position, unless Marcus Tool or somebody else, or maybe even Melvin if he gets around and does another lap. It's going to be close if Melvin can get around and do another lap. He has to pretty much exit the pit lane immediately. I'm not sure if he has any more tyres though, and I don't think he'll get around and do another one. It'll definitely be very close. We'll have to keep an eye on that if he even does go out again, or if he does retire from the session. But yeah, so we have everyone coming around for their final runs now. So who will it be to take pole position for the first race of the season? Vice Sheng on an outlap, TRT Forced on an outlap, and AMC F on an outlap. I think it is the end of Lewis's session. And I think Melvin won't be able to get out again now, as there's definitely not enough time for him to go around, unless he cuts a lot of corners. But yeah, so TRT Forced will be the first set lap. Then it will be Vice Sheng and then AMCF. Yeah, and Melvin has now retired from the session. But let's watch this lap from TRT Forced. What can he do to try and get pole position? 6,900 behind the man behind Lewis, who's currently got provisional pole. So let's ride on board. A pretty good line through there. Decent exit. For left-hand, there are yellow flags in sector 3, although I'm not sure if that is just Aaron slowing. Yeah, it is just Aaron slowing down to try and make sure his lap doesn't get blocked. It doesn't get blocked or anything like that on his lap. But oh, TRT Force did go purple in the first sector, sorry, but he did just invalidate, and that will be the end of TRT Force session. Vice Sheng, the next one who will be setting a lap time through the chicane, very quick through there. Will Aaron? Okay, yeah, Aaron will make it. TRT Force has now retired from the session. Vice Sheng through the right hand, little sort of hairpin. I'm not really sure what would you describe that corner. Slow 90-degree turn, I guess you could say. But Vice Sheng looking to try and claim pole position for the first race of the. I didn't see it, but Aaron has retired. Yeah, Aaron is out of the session. PMP Max finished for that time. Can we just try? I'll go back to Vice Sheng, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on that to see. Can we see what happened to Aaron there? No, his car has now disappeared. But Vice Sheng has slowed down. He invalidated. So that means Lewis 05, the Scotsman, will take pole position for the first race of the WRA season. Yeah, I was just checking nobody else was on a lap. So, yeah. Very, very close towards the end of the session there. Top 4 being separated by 1/10, top 5 being separated by 2/10, so we're definitely in for a good race. If everyone can keep it clean in turn 1, then we're in for a good race of, I'm sure, lots of ding-dong battling between everyone to try and take the first win of the season. So yeah, a very exciting qualifying session. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know who was going to get pole position until the very end of it. But yeah, so we see everyone just coming back to their pit box now. And so yeah. 5 drivers not set time, although I'm not sure if that was PMP Max's fault. I'm not sure if he is in the session or if he has lagged out completely. but I guess we will have to wait and see how the race goes. So, your grid rundown today. So we have Lewis 05 in the Renault on pole position for the first race of the season with a 119.182. Vaisheng YT, the 400ths behind, TRT 4 700ths behind, and Aaron just under 1/10 behind. HMW Shenda P5, Marcus P6, F1 Fado P7, Brady Pollock P8, Melvin P9, IZ Leroy P10, John Ag P11, Tosman Salad P12, July P13, Danny P14, PMP Mac P15, King Enzo P16, the Norwegian boy P17, Mano and Antunes, I pronounced that wrong, P18, and Emma Oscar to round out the grid. Barely got that one in there. So yeah, we'll have to see how the first race of the season goes for everyone. So we are just waiting for the everyone to load in. Feel free to share your predictions in the comments of who you think is going to win the race. I have no idea, although it really will depend how everyone's race pace is, because you can have great quali pace, but it does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that you are going to have great race pace. So yeah, we are just waiting for the session to begin. Waiting for everyone to load in. I think formation lap is on. Yeah, formation lap is on. So, let's look at the tyres that everyone's on. So, if you do not know, it was an 80-minute qualifying session, and everyone in the top 10 who qualified in the top 10 has started on the tyres that they used during that qualifying session. So, of course, the entire top 10 will be on softs, as everyone in the top 10 qualified on softs. But from P11 to P19, everyone gets a free choice of tyres, with John Ag choosing to go on softs, Toss My Salad mediums, July softs, Danny hards, PMP Mac mediums, King Enzo hards, the Norwegian boy mediums, Manel hards, and Emma or Oscar will be at the back of the grid starting on softs. So Brady and Melvin must have collided somewhere on their formation laps, as they both are disqualified from it, but it doesn't make any difference to the race as long as they haven't wrecked their tyres and got their too high temperature. I don't know if surface and carcass is on or if it's just surface, but I guess we will have to wait and see. If it is surface and carcass, then that might be a bit damaging to Brady and Melvin's race. But yeah, so we have Lewis McWilliam, your pole man for today. So I wonder how he'll be able to go, how quick he'll be able to be in the race. So the predicted strategies are a soft hard or a soft medium. I think most people are going to go soft hard, as it's definitely probably quicker, unless you have leaps and bounds of pace and can make that two-stop work. Although there is a possibility that we could see some soft mediums. It can be a bit slower, but if you can last those softs to about, I think, around lap 15 maybe, then you can definitely go on to mediums and last those mediums all the way to the end of the race, as now everyone will be just travelling down to their grid spot and just getting prepared for the start of the race. So it'll be Lewis versus Vaisheng into turn 1, or maybe even TRT Force could get a brilliant launch off the line. Or maybe even Aaron. So we will have to wait and see now, as we are just waiting for everyone to get on the grid. We're just waiting for the Racing Point of Manau to the last car, I believe, to get on the grid. Yeah, as he's just approaching his grid slot now, starting on those hard tyres. So maybe everyone's tyres has cooled down a little bit just from the waiting there. We are just waiting for everyone to load in fully, and then the start of the race will be underway very shortly. So yeah, we are just waiting here for everyone to load in. It will only be a few seconds now, I hope, unless there has been a glitch, and that'd be annoying. wonder, has there been a glitch in the lobby? Or is it just taking a while? I think there might be a glitch in the lobby. Apparently Toss My Salad is glitched. Try and find out what's going on for you. Okay, yeah, so they're telling Evan to leave, and he will rejoin once the starting lights are underway, as he's glitched. So yeah, hopefully we can get underway shortly then. There's I don't know if they are going to start a new lobby or if it will just be they were just telling Toss My Salad to leave, and then he will rejoin after the start of the race, which definitely must be frustrating for him. And oh no.